Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kunzikal series, the Pannonian Avars series, Carpathian series, again with the multiple names, Lord Master. But anyways, you may have noticed that we have been expanding recently, not only to the western direction in Austria, but also we have expanded in parts of the Balkans, including Drakion, a bit of Achaia, and even down in Crete, which I personally control my domain because, I don't know, despite the fact that people are turning against me, well, not quite, probably some more than others, but everyone seems positive because there are a myriad of reasons. One, I've been ruling for a very long time, and I've been a benevolent ruler, but of course the too many duchies thing can be an issue. And also you want the county of Kraina? You're gonna have to get it under the successor, which he'll give it to you. That's just for, a creased opinion. Yes. And thus, and also as for Crete, no, go down here. Crete, I will take personal control of the domain, which one would think, if there was some place where a a Carpathian ruler goes on vacation, Crete would be the place. But as you know, especially if there are any viewers who are from either Greece or Crete in particular, um, some say Crete is like the Texas of Europe. And this is coming from me, a Texan in real life. I live in South Texas, so some would think they got the idea. But the only difference is where I live doesn't have this mountainous, hilly terrain that is very prominent in the island. Whereas where I live is more semi-arid. In fact, wedged between the the desert west, and to the east, tropical. So that's where I kind of live. I kind of pinpointed that once in my old EU4 series and all that. And also had this idea about building a duchy building, even though the Cretan culture locally has not yet have a manorialism, because I would love to build leisure palaces. That's what I'm looking at. Because of stress loss reduction. As I said, if I wanted to make Crete some sort, one would think is a vacation resort, you should build a leisure palace here. And plus, in real life, Cretan culture, despite its traditions and what you see there in medieval relevance, even though I refer to Crete as a Texas Europe, the Cretan people itself are actually very, very hospitable towards foreigners. Heck, it even says so. They are in real life. The Cretan people are very, very hospitable to any foreigners that visit their island. Now, and of course, with them formation fighting experts, because they got some of that from Greek, even though it diverged from it in 867. But of course, they've always been. Well, I don't know. It's just distinction. Even dates back, even before there was ancient Greece. Back when it was, you know, Mycenaean civilization and the Minoan civilization, all that. Yeah, back in those days. But now here, the focus on this episode is, this is likely to be the last episode to feature Katiarika, the longest reigning Khatun, which she has reigned since 1066. So it feels like she's been with us for a very long time. And now our successor Karan will soon take the throne. And of course, later this year he'll get married, and with a little higher fertility, let us hope that they have beautiful children. Beautiful, strong children. Hopefully the combination of all three. And no bleeder. Vassals don't like you if you're a bleeder. So that's a challenge for you. Plus, you killed a man in combat before, so... You served your country very well. No doubt that you'll take the reins of the country and take that very, very well. You may want to save the invite knights for the next ruler, in case somebody leaves the court and all that. Also, I've not checked the development. I mean, ever since we've been in combat for so long, we don't even know the development here in Vishika. It's 30, but no signs of slowing down. Because I chose to develop capital. And I might do it again. Again, we're trying to convert Creta to Catholicism. Windswept woods and autumn. No matter how many days twist and pass, the world seems distant as through glass. Without her, we are but hollow shells, all lonely hearts in separate cells. I don't know how to quite feel about this. Poem is mocked. I just had to give it a chance, instead of just take the loose stress part. No one rises but me. Who knows, maybe I could get up to 10,000 prestige before my life ends. In fact, it will. Just don't spend it, alright? I'd like to be the most prestigious ruler the country has ever seen. Granddaughter. Great-granddaughter. Wow. I never thought I would be a great-granddaughter. Even though it's a bastard child. But still. I'm a great-grandmother. Accept this betrothal. Just an Avar. I was just texting. That's why I haven't spoken much till now. So, keep that in mind. This may be the last years, but I have this perk. That when death of natural causes went your way, I will receive a warning. But I will soon get a perk in 5 months where I might become healthy, so it may not change the fact that health still remains poor. And become whole of body, which still doesn't change the fact that I'm still going to be in poor health. It's not like I'm going to live up to 90. The longest live ruler I've ever played was at the age of 92. But he died of obesity and in prison. He could have lived up to 100. That was way back in the Asturias series. Anyways, since about a month back, I've been having a recurring dream in which I discuss theology with Jesus, St. Catherine, and St. George. Perhaps they've chosen me to spread their word and reward me with their blessings in turn. I will pray to... I will pray to Jesus for health and longevity. My health is fine. My goodness. My goodness. I don't think I'll be dying anytime soon. This is just some dumb luck. I am invigorated for the next 10 years. And combine that with healthy and whole of body that's coming up and keeping my focus on medicine. I might live forever. She probably prayed for immortality, one would think. Anyways, visit to the county of... Oh gosh, you people probably know how many foreigners around the world try to pronounce this place. A visit to the county of Sheskes... Shekesvehava. It's a difficult one. If any of you Hungarian viewers, or the Sheskele people know how to pronounce this correctly, please comment on my video to how to pronounce that correctly. Because normally I would look it up myself and try to pronounce it correctly, but I sometimes forget. Anyways, my steward boy proposes a lordly visit to the county to strengthen its allegiance to the crown. Our progress will go from village to village, hearing local grievances. In addition, we would lead a convoy of carts full of lumber, nails, and other needful supplies. Just slow down a little. No doubt our travels would attract an entourage of peddlers, mummers, and other wandering folk. Let's go to the county. I will definitely be having 10,000 prestige then. After a few days riding, we dismount in the center of the hamlet at the intersection of two small roads. A solid-looking peasant stare at our group. The head villain says our presence for a midday meal would honor the village. Benches and tables are being quickly laid out under a thatched roof. Trays hurried gathered. The fare looks simple, with bread, fruits, and cold slices of smoked meats, but the impromptu hall looks clean and fresh-smelling. Rushes cover its floor. Our servants are presently preparing richer fare for us at camp. This company looks somewhat coarse. It doesn't matter if you are humble or generous. Local approval. Local approval. I'll just say we are already well positioned. We would not wish to impose. She is more generous than humble. Because, you know, she's a woman who's contrite, so she has a bit of a guilty conscience in her. We raid in a small manor house to investigate the matter of the landowner who allegedly stole pigs from his neighbor. The accused argues that the pigs, inadequately fed by his neighbor, wandered onto his land to their own accord. Tradition requires them to keep and care for these pigs. Now they've chosen his land. A dozen men swear that this is so. The neighbor insists the accused opened the gate to them and led the pigs away. These pigs are dear to me as my wife and kids, he says. A dozen men give oath to that. This is the truth. How can resolve this apparent standstill? I'm not too concerned about taking the pigs. I get that income just fine. Search presidents to partisan free will. Plus it loses stress. There we go. Last evening on the road. Our progress through the county is nearing over. Tomorrow we'll be back at our castle to face whatever challenges away. But this last evening's ours to fill as we wish. They are diligent and generous. Man, it feels like if I was a member of another faith, all three of these would be a virtue. I would have been the most virtuous woman in the world. Empty the wagons and have a feast. There's got to be a religion out there in the world that views humble, diligent, and generous all three virtues. Fishing net is finished. Great feet and fall. It's become a habit to walk Gray daily. I'm not sure which of us enjoy the fresh air and sun the most. Gray bounds in and looks at me and barks at us to say, catch up. And on we walk. Now I've gained a walking dog or 10 years, giving me even more of a health boost. I will definitely live up to 100. Well, that's just wishful thinking, but still. I mean, look at this. The health is fine, but you just wait. For some reason, I kind of want to deconstruct one of these buildings. I mean, you already got fish in there. You got a trade port here. This has a trade port there. So good. 2 trade ports. That's what's needed down here. But at least there's a hunter's lodge. And now turn it to hound pens. Which will definitely help with everything. Especially with our men at arms. These 2 should be places where we make a bunch of money. That's what it should be. Now I am healthy. And what does this mean? You are healthy. But just wait another... Let's see. Wait another 22 months and you pick up 1 more perk. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Forget that Achaea is an independent entity. And I'm thinking, should we go get it? You have the piety. That empire of theirs isn't coming to get us, because they're still inferior. Even if they are allied with the Armenian principalities. Sticking with their Armenian brethren. Heck, the entire Peloponnese as a whole. Why the hell not? Should look at the development of the area. $11, $12, no, $13, $12. It's pretty good actually. A royal lapse between my vassal and my guest. The pageantry of court continues, day after day, from dawn to dusk. Chanton extemporizes on my greatness by platitudes of praise. Nearby, Countess Savtilik joins in, playing to the crown, grinning stupidly, and expect the son of my favor for her antics. A deep, insistent desire to apologize to all those that I've harmed or slighted slowly builds, gnawing at my mind and distracting my attention. A lone bead of sweat trickles inevitably down on my brow. Chanton notices my distance. Are you alright? Inquiring. Are you alright, my lady? With almost genuine concern. My apologies. What were you saying? Pull yourself together. You're the Khatun. You know what? Go invite those knights right now, since I'm going to be around for a much longer time. For future reference. Someone is planning to kill my rival. Why would I do that? What did he ever do to me? Come on in. Regardless of what skill you have, we know you'll always be better. That we view the apostolics as astray They do have a religious head. It's not like they are, you know, Nestorians. Heaven forbid we ever see one in our midst. You name it after yourself? Oh gosh, a bleeder. If by some tragedy that I outlive my heir, which is highly unlikely, but he'll be in his 50s when he begins his rule whenever I pass, then Onegavon. I don't know about that name. Yeah, why not? Although it could be pronounced as Sabin, but to the west they could call him Sabin. But I think that may have an A instead of an I on that one. Bad officers. I've been receiving an increasing amount of reports about the brutality of my military officers who lead troops stationed in Comorom. While they generally do not terrorize the populace, if they do not treat the troops serving under them very well. I have heard that it's gotten bad enough that some of the grunts claim they would rather serve under Satan than their commanders, as he would surely be more merciful. As a result, desertions are widespread and the morale of the soldiers are low. I could bring in new commanders, however it might be politically awkward, given some of the current commanders have connections elsewhere, and some are social standing and influence, and they might cause some ruckus if removed from their positions. Replace some commanders as possible. The politics of it is irrelevant. The politics of it is irrelevant. There you go. Why does it say tribe? Oh yeah, I forgot. Their clan government. A Russian berserker. And a poet too. Well, it is considered a virtue in his religion. Speaking of religion, what is the faith that views humble, diligent, and generous as all three virtues? The old faith, it's not any of these. Neither of those. It is for Buddhists. Same for Buddhism. Doesn't have humble on it. Diligent is a virtue for Zoroastrians. No price is too steep for my beloved horse. Generous. Well, there's humble for Jewish. For the Halson faith of theirs, that has humble. Conversion complete. Get in here. What do you have here? Anyways. Only one left. The reclusive fiend. As me and my counselors are gathering for a meeting, my dog Gary approached me with begging eyes and drooping tail. He does not like to be left alone, but it's an important meeting. He will join me. 1 second, I remember. There's one more place to convert, and that's the other side of Crete. Which will take you 6 years, which I'll definitely be around at that time. And don't forget about your westward expansion. I'm sorry, Khatun got the article. Says Patriarch Zinti. I have to agree with what you just... Gray gives a guttural ground and Zinti jerks back, looking from the dog to me and back. On second thought, I think it's a great idea. The current fascination that you wish to get is you want windmills for more economic buildings and increase the domain taxes. As much as I'd like to have divine right to be next, but I want economic buildings to be in this era. And, of course, you know, among other things, for a myriad of reasons. Now we're about to get scutage, which adds some Republican vassal tax contribution if we have any Republican vassals. You know, namely Ragusa, if there was one to begin with, but this is a feudal realm. I'm sure one of these days Paradox Interactive's gotta add merchant republics. I know there's already something like that in some other mods, such as Res Publica mod and more bookmarks. They also have merchant republics. I have not tried them out, nor do I plan on it, because I still have plans such as that Sogdian series and a possibility of a Tarim Basin or an Indian series, because the Tarim Basin part, I'm kind of considering it more and more. So I've read those dev diaries. That's for the Rice mod. You got your job. Oh, that one's not in control. Get that done. It'll be done in 13 months. Well, here it is. Whole of body. And from the rest there, I might as well become a theologian. If I live long enough. My health is definitely fine. All thanks to dogs, my walking dog, feeling invigorated by praying to Jesus for long life. I'm healthy, whole of body, athletic, medicine focus. What more can be done? You know what? I know I'm too old to have children, but I kind of want to get married just to some guy. I need someone skilled. The only thing that I do not have the benefits of is the intrigue. So I need to marry somebody with high intrigue. Don't care who. Just get it. And I see you. I get no chance of having children. I just want somebody here. Because I'm getting bored with the whole living alone thing. Yeah, I'll take the prestige hit. And there you go. Some of that went up. And I could go it up much further. You want more taxes, you always wanted more. So why not? Plus I can hold one more domain for myself if I wish to, but I'm good with what I have for now. "19 years. That's going to take a very long time before we build those luxury palaces that I have in mind. Should there ever be a day that a country like Egypt would declare a holy war for Crete, that would be the place that they'll have a hard time to when we deploy our forces here. Just ideal invasion routes. Put it here, because I want that hair. So Corinthos and Laconia, in order to connect Crete a little more. We should only be sending our best. Their strength is inferior, so we ain't scared. Plus his health is poor. He is not fit to run an army should that day come. Oh my goodness. Well, can't you be the court poet? There you are. Aha! Andrei Fedorovich should be the court poet. In addition... Oh no, he can't be a poet and a jester. Yeah, the wife of my son. You be the jester. Some would say I'm ridiculing her, but when he becomes the ruler in the future, she will not be a jester anymore, but serve it as a Khatun consort. My granddaughter is my personal champion because she is brave and a shield maiden and a prowess skill. Wow. How do you like that? Anyways. Yeah, I'm willing to give everybody the positions because we're about to make more fortune. And we've been building structures, so someone's got to be the architect. Tutor, physician as well. Because he's honest. Well, Karan, you will be not only serve as my heir and knight, but also you get to be the musician. It takes talent, you know. And why the heck not? Bodyguards. Just gonna make this place, by place I mean this court, feel as lively as possible. I'm sure somebody's gonna resent me for. Yep, knew it. Come off it. I only chose the talented people, not for of your ilk. No longer master the hunt because she just got imprisoned. You still owe me a favor. But I'll tell you what. When we capture these lands, this will all go to you. I make that promise that I will try to guarantee it one day. Where is that ship going? And what's going on over there? Just a little intervassal war. Well, we better get Corinthos soon before anyone else takes it. It's only a small army, so you shouldn't have a hard time. So you should do that right now. What? I do have that thing. Well, in this case, hang on. No cast spell I've chosen. Give me a moment to think. I'm 78 years old, so now I am definitely the longest lived and longest reigning of our ruler in history. But now the question is it possible that I can bypass my old record of living up to 92 as the longest lived ruler in the history of me playing Crusader Kings 3? I'm out riding my dog Gray beside me. My son runs off the farmers. My retinue assures me he'll come back. Well, what if he doesn't? Heel, Gray! I said, heel! Wait for me! Trying to catch him. I find Gray after a few minutes searching happily, wagging his tail and pretending like nothing is wrong. He's conscious something in his mouth. There's a general place when they say it's a couple of golden coins. Thank you. Looks like they've been keeping busy, provided with the vassals of Byzantium. My second great-granddaughter, who is also a bastard. Who's your lover? Nobody. These children can't be legitimate unless I say so. If you want to have kids so bad, why don't you get married? Just marry some handsome Armenian. You may get the good traits out of that. Oh! Oh, he's handsome also. I could lose a little bit. This is your penalty. It's not enough to ransom you. And you just got married, so all I could say is just get out. You did what you did. I know what you did, and it wasn't nice. All right. I wish there was a way to how to break off lovers. I'm not that vengeful of a person. Too bad that in our religion, Catholicism, that only female adultery is criminal, but not to males. If it was my way, we would have imprisoned him too. But no, this isn't the old ways, which is what we refer to as Tengrism. There is none at all. Most miraculous fish. A local fisherman from Kania, Jacobos, has come before me, claiming to be able to cook an enchanted supper. Supposedly he catches dreamfish from a secret spot and performs strange rituals upon them. He then serves their heads, with each fish inspiring ecstatic visions for days after consumption. The fisherman wrings his hands as he looks at me, eyes alight with greed and fear. Sorry, Cretan. I don't know about that. But I'll just say this ritual. You must teach it to me. You be my loyal servant. So I guess I'm a witch now. But obviously can't do that because of too many adult members of the house. Have we done it very early on in the series? I would have. Would have definitely done it. Let's listen to some songbirds just to reduce the stress. Songbirds. Today, accompanied by a few guards, I went to a quiet, open clearing in the country where songbirds are known to congregate. I sit down and relax as I see several such birds perched nearby. A smile appears on my face as I hear them tweet and sing their little songs. So beautiful, isn't it? For 4 years. There it goes. How many prisoners do I have? If any of them are willing to play, please release them. Oh, regarding my managed royal guards. Increase the night effectiveness strength. Outlived my rival. Bingo. This already has hillside fields. And now we're making it fell pastures. Great grandson. A bastard. Bastards everywhere. Now we know who. You're forgiven because you did a thing. It's just your positions are vacated. As I step over the threshold of my courtier Khagate's office, I find her bent deeply over a book. This translation of Hippocrates is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patients as I am to kill them outright. Let me have a look. Be faithful. Now, let's hold a court. She makes a beast out of herself. A gaggle of grotty peasants appear before my throne. They are armed with the most vicious flame and farm equipment I've seen in my whole career of quashing rebellions. One pokes a pitchfork through my favorite throne cushion. This being which rules us is a true demon incarnate. No real woman could be capable of such violent extremities we face. Take up arms. Help us save war transforms. Get a popular opinion of everybody. Nonsense. The Horned Guard is far superior to Satan. Now they suspected that I am not joking. Yipe. The shadow in the night. The woman who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. My lady, she begins her speech. I represent the local community of Visegrad. In the last few months, our cemetery has been plagued with the disappearance of bodies. All have been dug up and left no trace. At first we feared wild animals, or obscure powers at work. But then your own court physician, Khaganate, was caught red-handed hauling the dead away for experience. Please put a stop to this blasphemy. It doesn't say encourage grave robbing. Fresh, living bodies make for better test subjects. Again, a big amount of dread. There's a lot of learning experience there. In fact, that's 350. No, excuse me. I get 300. The Celtic gets 250 intrigue and lifestyle experience. The consequences of war. A commotion arises from the back of my coat before anyone could grab him. A man rushes up to my throne, halting before me, offering no defense. One look at his eyes tells you that's all I need to know. The man is not mentally sound. Monster! You sent us to die! Why do you go unpunished? From this man's ranting, I have discerned that he had somehow been involved in one of my wars, which is probably why he's so distressed. What has to be done with this lost creature? Oh, just throw him out. I don't know why killing him would make me lose stress. But aspiring blade master. Just throw him out. It's not like that man's gonna be an assassin or something. Heaven forbid. Now the dread is near max, but it'll start going down a little bit more. And there's a reason why all these factions have disbanded, because of one of those acts I did while I was in the court. And in this court, you must speak Greek. Even the Kingdom of White Rus, Belarus, speaks Greek as a court language. Greek is everywhere, except for Serbo-Croatian in Croatia. Strange colors. Every now and then, the sky over Commonwealth turns several colors at once. Unnatural hues of purple, red, green, blue, pink, and more. This lasts several hours. Such a strange phenomenon has been going on for many days and was witnessed throughout many settlements. This could be seen for miles and miles, though there were no known effects. And many who witnessed it were bewildered. Neither the local scholars nor priests could explain what is going on. Who knows what mysterious forces are at play here? No, not that one. The Bellow capital. Keep it going. My granddaughter has been showing signs of pregnancy sometime, and everyone thought that her husband, Midat, was father of the child. Well, it's become clear the real father is none other than Vladimir. Yep, I kinda knew that. What do you want me to do about it? Throw her in jail again? No, that'll do no good to nobody. Looking at all those court languages around the world. Even a little bit of Arabic spoken down there. Even Sami's a court language up in Sapmi. A humble farmer. I come across a peasant on the road and try to talk to him. Come to gawk at a Greco-Radonite of Arcomata? He snaps forward quickly, apologizing. I mean, no offense, but I'm a humble farmer, not a great Khatun like you. No worries, you doing alright? So, this songbirds thing is going to stick with me for the rest of my old life. So, I guess I will be going up to 80 years old. Hurry up and die so I can declare war and get that land. If not, then we'll go up against Germany, as they're at war. Yes, directly. France and Sweden. Bleeding out. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Hey, Kelte's nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Sunday has to step out dinner. Duke Azaru. is at my side, rolls up his sleeves and looks at me. Step back, this is my patient. My patient bleeds. My patient screams and thrashes. Even though 3 grown men weigh him down, every step out of the way is a battle. But my knowledge does not fail me. My hands remain steady. I'm not sure how I managed, but in the end, it seemed like the soldier will live. His comrades pat my back. Decorum lost their... Thank you, my lady. We would have lost Chanton. Well... Are you that same one? But he's joined my court. He was a guest and now he's my loyal servant and I didn't need to spend my money for it. Definitely need this. Every little bit helps. So we should expand towards Salzburg. That's going to be our next place then. Deploy here. Out here, yes. Once again. Bastard, bastard, bastard. No shame whatsoever. Just you really like taking it out on them, do you? Walking grey when suddenly see my vassal duke stand to approach with a beautiful black dog. Before any of us, another dog take off. I'm sure they'll be fine. I hope they'll be fine. If not, there's going to be hell to pay. My vassal duke Sando and I find the 2 dogs in the middle of a playful fight. It's good to see each other. Well, I couldn't agree more. Okay, let's fight against Germany. For Salzburg, just for starters. Although they'd be defending on one front and on the other. But I am confident that our knights will be fighting at its most effective. Even at the minimum. Reasonable. Steyr is the first place to go. And honestly, I should not be out on the front line like this. It's like certain place commanders. Oh, Winter Soldier Reckless just like me. But don't we have a siege master somewhere? Yes. Go for it. Faster progress that way. 1 second. Hold on. That was the weakest sneeze you ever done. Nothing came out of that nose. You just made a sound. I wasn't thinking it. That's just how it came out. So I remain at my court instead of being with my soldiers. The gallant knight, Karan. My son and heir Karan has excelled during our recent battles and my court is buzzing with excitement. What an accomplished knight. What a role model. What a man. All the praise rained down on him is made clear that I'm expected to officially reward him some manner. Of course, he is my son. He should be rewarded. He's a blade master. He is without equal. As much as I'd like to give him land, but he's still gonna, you know. I mean, that sounds like an idea, but I could pay him money even though I think he's already well paid himself. Actually, very little. No, sir. He will be appointed as my personal champion. That's his reward. He's my personal champion. you... I write therefore of the most important discovery I made about Count Boyan, the Croatian Khan. This man is engaging in unsavory, dishonorable activities behind your back. I sincerely hope that bringing this sensitive information to your attention will prove to my unwavering loyalty towards you, my Khatun. I will not forget this gesture. What's the secret? Cannibal! Drinking bitch. Oh, he's drinking a lot. I had to blackmail him, because cannibalism is not good to anyone. It'll be a strong hook, which is very good. Now you have to get nins. Gotcha. Aha! Since it's a kingdom. Did I? Nothing I could do about that. You have enough money to maintain for levies, which those German forces are going to get here eventually. One of these days. Or it's just going to be taken Salzburg without a fight. Next door, Schaumburg. How do you spell curious? Oh, there it is. Why not? Keep a little promise up, you never know. Oh yeah, that old mace that we got from the Crusade. No reason to spend on that thing anymore. Khagan Organa's goblet destroyed. Court jester, Sunday roast. My jester, Gunez, is known for fantastically entertaining insults. As a habit, she's standing face to face with my courtier Pekati. Just in time to hear particularly scathing roast. Your heartless Amorosa and Valdoxy, your sister and whining and cowardliness are legendary. You are as subtle as a street corner doxy, you Emeros. Goodness says as if she's possessed by Satan. Peg Kelty's face red, but she knows that I'm watching, so she manages to make some pain to laughter. That was a good roast. A very good roast indeed. My spies inform me about a hunter that's causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man is spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about a great deal he struck with a fancy lorded frozen silk. Apparently he drew a map of the local farm once for an unknown nobleman. Oh, the spies think the Lord must be scheming against me and one of my subjects. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Here you go again. Don't you already have a daughter named A10? No. Secrets of nature. My Corte Jacobos is skilled herbalist, knowledgeable about healing and harmful plants alike. More than one occasion, he's offered to share his expertise with me. The offer is intriguing, but I know Patriarch Zentius distrustful of charms and potions. He believes that Satan uses them for his own nefarious purposes. Should I ever get sick? I'm always eager to learn something new. I'm an herbalist as well. He and I are spending another late night categorizing plants and brewing potions. I'm paging through one of his worn tomes when I discover a paragraph that will make Patriarch Zenti froth at the mouth. I will not be distracted by myths and hearsays. I don't care if he's a witch or not. I'm just here to learn. Okay, how much of Salzburg do we have to take left? Feels like it's a big land. All you need to take is Salzburg itself, and then Berchtesgaden. Berchtesgaden. Again, my German isn't really the best. So, wait here for a bit, so you can reinforce yourselves as you are in friendly occupied territory. Actually, we're good. Move into Salzburg. Religious icon. There you go. Move the rally point a little closer. Did you get it? Put it here. Okay, you did put it here. I just didn't see it the first time. My vassal Count Nathan approaches me, rage in his eyes and dog in his hand, dragged along by the scruff of its neck. As he reaches me, I see that my dear Grey is he's older. I found this beast among my things. What wasn't chewed to bits was covered in excrement. Just a count, just a dog. So once you have all the objective, then the war score is going to go up, and the other option is keep on occupying. I'm 81 years old, still feeling fine. I might definitely live up to 90. Apostolic Holy Order found. That'll help them out when they fight against Muslims. Got the Archbishop. Pay up, you son of a beeswax. I know you've paid plenty since you're the Prince Archbishop. Now I got one more area to take. This one's very fortified, so this will take a long while. But not for the Siege Master. And no sign of the German army because still at war and they are losing it. But they do have a holy order at the ready against these heathens. The Asatru faith, those. But however, when they get down there, the Holy Order will not fight against other Catholics such as us. Hey, have you ever had another son? No, just his grandson. A leper! Oh, God. Oh, this is horrible. But it is getting a treatment, but leprosy. This is terrible. just enjoy some for once. I'm just a little horrified about the future. And what does that make him? And this one's got scaly. Now we kind of had an idea where you got that from. Hildeberg's Spear. We have the full objective. The war score is going to start going up. Hold here. Stay at these mountains here. You'll be reinforced here, and if anyone tries to attack you, they'll be here. He nails the difference as tenants bring forward his gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken and scribes record his pleasures to serve the Khaganate. Duke Khatun rises, looking awkward from the corner of my eye. I notice my daughter, Janelle of Khaganate, swooning, clearly besought by the Duke. I think we're done. Oh! German army incoming. They're finally coming. So, pull back a bit. We may want to go get that. Rest of the army. So raise all armies out there. It'll take a month or so to finish them. Get out! Run! Peace, Kelty. You've served me for a very long time, even whilst you were infirm. You were the best court physician the world had ever seen. Even though that's kind of boasting. Defeat the enemy army and your war score will increase big time. All you need to do is just get these two. Keep in mind, their fellow Holy Order will not fight against other Catholics, so you should be doing fine. I only did this as a reactionary. Agatha is widely known in scholarly circles in Alexandritan. Plus she's a homeless thing, so she'll get along just fine. Actually, you are fighting against that Holy Order as well. Bingo. All it takes is one battle. Now we have the entirety of the Prince-Bishopric of Salzburg. Get out of here. I'm not a man who gets to serve as a knight, even though he's of rather old age. But I'll tell you what, you can have this. Turn this to a feudal vassal rather than a theocratic vassal. All this is yours. Is there anything you're missing? Oh, of course. 1 second. You got it. Now it's your problem. Now that we have a truce with Germany, it's not going until 5 years. 5 years, and then we'll get Tyrol next. Why can't we get a hail? She's a physician now. Oh, and also, if I were you, you better convert to Catholicism. Because if people knew that you are a Muslim, they would likely assassinate you. Keep that well in mind. Hell forts. That's what's needed. Just to make Crete a very defensible place. Some of my councils believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Bozan when he interrupts me. Let me do something about it, wife. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Steward, spymaster, patriarch. Patriarch Zenti is in need of some guidance. You need to work on your learning skills. Akela is Catholic. Okay, that's good. I'm sure they'll take care of that. That's what I should be doing. Be a strategic commander, not a frontline commander. Because I'm too old to be out fighting on the front. I'm 82, damn it. Two years. Just 2 years and we'll get these high medieval economic buildings, especially here in the capital. Divine Right is the next one. Yeah, that's what I want, definitely. Get that in 19 years. Alright, another son. That means we won't have a leper. So, okay, here's the thing. He may be robust, but a genius, but he's bleeder and he's a leper. What does make Kisa? Just a genius. Oh. I don't want to name that. Think. Labatam. It'll make it sound totally different. And he's a genius, but doesn't have the strength, but it'll have to do. Because I know that grandson of mine is gonna eventually pass. Because he's a breeder, and he's a leper, despite being robust. But sooner or later, because of the way he looks now, he might become disfigured. Because of the leprosy, and might die from terminal stage leprosy too. It's horrible. Should have never happened to any human being. My goodness, does the papacy want to take over Italy or what? And they're still there. These Muslims after this entire time. It's like they don't want to let it go. Prophet. You know, figuring in my health, I thought maybe I should go on a pilgrimage. You know what, I should, since you are so pious and all that. I should go on a pilgrimage, but where is the question? Very long. Oh, has Canterbury been liberated? Yes. The Adamites are no more. Kingdom of England formed. It is no longer ran by Adamites. They've been driven out. So, from Wales, he created the new Kingdom of England. So I should go to the churches in Canterbury. We're now liberated. As I prefer my journey that I will know, travel safely under the protection of God. My destination lies far remote, but in service to heaven, even my own realm must wait. It is time to depart. Now, for a Catholic that owns Canterbury, this means sway, scheme, power increased in addition to religious vassal opinion. Santiago, however, is ran by Muslims of Galicia. My goodness, legendary. One of these days, we gotta start these crusades against that area there. Even though it's gonna be far away from, places like Egypt there, even though that Arabian Empire had been crumbling for some time. As my party prepares to break camp, I notice a massive commotion nearby. A naked man climbing on top of a large rock and is preaching to the simulacrum. The original sin still stains our souls, my friends, but that need not be so. If we shut our garbs, we can recover the lost citizens of Adam and Eve, and then, and only then, will the Holy Spirit see fit to touch us and show us God's true love. There's always an Adamite somewhere in the world. Challenge to theological debate. 99% chance that I would convince the preacher of this folly. Bingo. And he's joined my court. Yeah. Lost. I could have sworn it was supposed to be the path onwards. None of my companions or I have managed to find our way back to the pilgrimage route. Are even looking at the right stars at night? It feels we've been wasting weeks. Oh, don't do that. We must find a guide, no matter the cost. Which has been costing quite a lot with you. I am finally here, body and soul, at the great church of Canterbury. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had happened for God to bring me here at this moment of time. I have walked the holy path. All that great piety that's needed. You got your drum. Trained healer. But rakish. Yeah. My journey's been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priests and bishops treat me. I've undergone the journey of a holy woman, and they insist that it has changed something about me where I can see myself enough. It's good to be home. Still fine. Still have my walking dog, still invigorated. And I have iron constitution and herbalists to help me out should I ever get sick. Hardly anything is gonna, stop me. But I fear that... Nah, he's doing fine still. I mean, dog lover too. And thanks to him being temperate. he's gonna be old by the time I begin my rule. And now you've got a son who's a leper. And your other one is just a genius, but not strong. Some would say that life isn't fair. The old Avar culture. It's still around. So, we'll be ending that episode on that note. And of course, you got a bastard grandson. Great grandson, I should say. Snake at court. Heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle in the window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts speaking. Savkalte, open up, my sunshine. It is I, Vratko. I push this open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed up the window. It is Mayor Vratko Molson. By the Satan! By the Satan! Have you no shame? Guards! Why am I taking the Dark Lord's name in vain in such situations? Is it because I'm a witch? But I tell you what, as we'll end that episode here, but I tell you what, should that day ever come where I feel that I got no... But please remember, you will know when your death is coming. You will know. And when that time comes, who knows? Who knows? Maybe you need to calm down and listen to some more songbirds to help you out of your stress. Don't confess. Keep it to yourself. So yes, it's kind of rather interesting. But one thing's for certain on next episode, as we make some more money, in a year's time, we will start building these high medieval era economic buildings locally. Let's see. Probably trebuchets, since we've been on the offensive. Or go for guilds, since you would love to hold more land for yourself, for whatever reason. Yeah. There's development growth, there's urbanization. There's all these good things. Glad that you're ahead of time with things. So, I guess the question now is, for that next episode, is how long is that Khatun going to live? By the time she passes, Karan would be in his 50s. But the real question is, as long as she just takes care of herself well and don't do anything stupid, she might beat my old record at 92. I never dreamt that she would be living this long, quite honestly. But still, it just feels like her prayer to Jesus to long life may have really helped her. And with married to somebody who is an expert on intrigue, that means nobody can touch her should there ever be an assassination plot against her. She has no friends, no rivals. She only has one friend, and that is longevity. To give her more time to do whatever. You know what? Maybe in my free time, since she has so much dang knowledge of the world, she only knows 2 languages her entire life. Her native tongue and Serbo-Croatian. Tell you what, maybe in the next episode I should spend the free time, as time ticks along, start learning all the realm's languages. Yes. Learn Slavonic, Dacian Vulgar, Czech Slovene, Greek, what else? No, that's our own tongue. Possibly the Magyar language if there's any characters left. East Slavic, Latic, German, Italian Vulgar, and who knows, maybe Arabic, and maybe Shah's Turkic, or even Scythian languages. Oh, and of course, the language of the Armenians, you know, the language of the Empire, even though they still use Greek as a court language. That's something you should do in your free time. Because, you know, you do have a very high learning skill, and you got all these months. Yeah, just something to do for the next episode instead of sitting around doing nothing and wait for the treaty with Germany to expire in 3 years, and then we'll get Tyrol. And all that and more. So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. So the question is, will Katiarika live up to 90? We'll find out. But until then, so long for now.